Please welcome founder of Soil Capital, Chuck DeLeedekirk.
Hi, everyone. Let's start with one simple fact. Plants have this amazing ability to suck carbon out of the atmosphere and return it to the soil. Actually, regenerative agriculture moves us away from a farming system that is resource intensive and chemically driven, like you see on the left, and towards a system that is more resilient, that is more profitable, and that is more productive in the long run. Of course, this matters for the environment, but it also matters for a generation that's growing increasingly concerned about climate change. This is the market. So at Soil Capital, we want to address that concern, and we've made it our mission to make regenerative agriculture mainstream, not within our lifetime, but within this decade. We're a team of coders, of finance professionals, but more importantly, of agronomists and farmers with deep practical and technical knowledge about regenerative agriculture. We speak the language of farmers, and we can drive farm-level practice change towards regenerative agriculture. So usually, and this is a gross oversimplification, farmers will do three things. They'll plow and they'll seed, then they'll fertilize and protect their crop, then they'll harvest it. And all of this emits carbon, CO2, and greenhouse gases. Now, we want farmers to do things a little bit differently. We want them to plant a cover crop before the season. We also want them to plow less and seed without overturning the soil. And we want them to have a more adapted fertilization and crop protection program. This will store soil carbon and reduce greenhouse gas emissions and enable farmers to actually harvest a certified low carbon or even carbon negative crop. So we do this using an app that will help farmers measure, manage, and monetize opportunities from regenerative agriculture. By encoding their data on farm characteristics and farming practices in under 3 hours for each year, farmers will be able to analyze, certify, and get paid for improvements in their carbon greenhouse gas emissions. So I want to show you how this works in the context of a pilot we ran with AB InBev involving 10 French farmers and a few supply chain partners. You don't really need to understand this chart, except that each dot is a farmer. And if they move to the left, that means they're improving on their greenhouse gas emissions. That's nice because it's 8 farmers out of 10. Some of them have actually went from being net emitters to being net storers. And I believe that this is a really meaningful step to building carbon neutral supply chains. And it also offers an additional perspective on responsible drinking. So through our analytics and through the financial incentive that we've developed, we're able to actively engage with farmers that food brands can't necessarily access or convince. We work in France and Belgium with over 500 farmers. We're now present in the UK, and we're entering Latin America as well. The news about the pilot is good, but there's even better news for us. Out of the 120 farmers that came into the program the first year, around 40, well, exactly 47 of them were out already net storers of carbon on their farm basis, on a net farm basis. Just 1 year later, that number is 70 farmers. That's a 50% increase of farmers that went from being net emitters to net storers of carbon on their farm. And collectively, they went from storing 12,000 tons of CO2 equivalent in 2020 to 36,000 tons stored or avoided in 2021. That's the equivalent of the emissions of 4,000 of my fellow Belgians in 1 year. So my message to you is very simple. We've proven and certified that this solution can work. We can actually help farmers store carbon in the soil and do this profitably. And now we want to work with you and use your market traction to make this a scalable solution for low carbon products and a low carbon business. Thank you very much.